Yo, what's good everybody? I got a great offense for you today out of the run and gun playbook. And the formation is called wing flex offset. Now real quick, the best thing about this formation is not only the pass plays, but they also have a variety of run plays that are great against any type of defense. So let's get into it. And the first play will be wheel post drag. And we're gonna be facing cover 3 first. Now, I wanna just show you a quick tip. In cover 3, the seams are always open. So when you're facing a cover 3, you wanna make sure you always have somebody up the seam. And where is the seam? Right here on the screen. But the whole thing about the seam routes, the people who usually run the seam routes are the inside wide receivers or the tight ends, like, on the line, or maybe they'll be in the slot, but mostly the inside receivers. So something cool that can totally mess up other users or even just the CPU. If you're a franchise guy, you can motion this guy over, the slot receiver, and motion him to the outside. And the cool thing about this route that was some type of modified wheel route, it is now a route where he breaks to the inside and then goes up the seam. And the great thing about this is that nobody is going to think that a seam route will be coming from the outside receiver. And you're gonna see it gets open up the seam just like any other regular seam route that's just running straight. So I'll show you this again. We're gonna motion triangle over. And again, this is against a cover 3. Could probably work against other zones as well, but is optimized against a cover 3 right here. Right up the seam from the outside receiver. No one's gonna expect an outside receiver cutting to the inside like that. So when he's running this seam route, you wanna make sure, and I think I've said it before, you always wanna make sure you throw this ball after he gets past the linebackers by either holding L1 for a high ball or freeform passing this to the middle of the field where there's open grass. Because if you throw it too early or too late, the linebacker can pick that off, or the safety over the top can just cut it off for a pick. So you want to make sure that you throw this right when he gets past the linebacker, right around here, and then throw it to the middle of the field or just a high ball. Then you could always aggressive catch this, come back to the ball just to make sure no one picks it off. Now there's another cover 3 beater that is pretty widely known in the Madden community. Ran in different formations, but I haven't seen it ran in this formation yet, and it still works pretty well. All you're gonna do is put square on a comeback route, and you're gonna watch triangle here get past that corner. Oh, and one more thing, you wanna make sure you have a pretty fast receiver in the slot position, because it just helps having a speedy receiver here to beat a guy vertical, but it just helps tremendously in this type of play too. So you'll see, if we have enough time, we'll get Deshaun Jackson down in the end zone. That corner's pretty fast. Right there, touchdown. But here, I just wanna show you, this is tough for the deep third safety to guard because there's 2 routes looking like they're going vertical. So he needs to choose what one he wants to guard, and by the time he realizes only one guy is gonna continue going vertical, it's too late to get out of that back pedal and you're gonna get beat. Now this corner is really speedy. I don't even know who this is. I have a random roster for some reason. Pretty speedy, but most teams aren't gonna have that type of speedy wide receiver or corner. But especially in Ultimate Team, you're gonna have a speedy wide receiver to counter that. And just like you see here, we're able to beat him to the spot. Right now he's beating us, and right at the end, we beat him to the spot with an acceleration boost. 2 feet in. Looks like we only got 1 foot in, but you get the point. I'm gonna do it to the opposite side now. See if we can get some better animations here. And we should, and that's a touchdown. There you go. So again, you gotta look at the matchups. You gotta look at the speed and how their corners are playing, but most of the time against cover 3 with a speedy receiver in the slot. This is against Deion Sanders, I believe. Is it Deion? Yes, sir. He's able to beat Deion for an easy touchdown. Now there are some other ways to beat man defense and not just zone and cover 3. Something I may do is leave everything. This could beat man, or you can put X on a go, triangle on a slant, and then I'll motion triangle over. And if you know me already, I'm a big proponent in motioning guys over and then snapping the ball before they get set. It just really helps just create separation. And that's a great man beating concept right there, even though we're playing against a zone. Now, when you do this in a man, you're gonna have this tight end one-on-one on an out-cutting route, and then you'll have this post route that you may be able to hit quick right after this cut. Now there's also a cool way to make a corner a post. All you're gonna do is motion the tight end over, and now you have a double post concept on the left side of the field. To show you, I'll try to hit the square route. Sit in the pocket, Boom, right there. Now what else would I do against a man, or just, you know, a different route concept to change it up a little bit? Now I want you to watch closely because this is something that I put in my previous video, but I didn't show this exact route. I'm gonna put circle on a dig without having any abilities on my quarterback, nothing. I'm gonna put circle on an in, and then I'm gonna go to circle again and press R1 to smart route, and look what just happened. Now he's on a dig. That's what you can do with smart routes. And now what I'm gonna do is put triangle on a slant, an X on a go, and now we have a really cool route concept with this dig and go right next to each other, the slant coming across the field, as well as that post. Now something else, just to add a little bit spice to it, I guess, is the wheel route with the running back. Now in a zone defense, I love hitting this route quick. In a man defense, I love hitting this wheel route deep. But in a cover 3 defense, we're gonna see if we can just find an open window right there. And now the great thing about this is that you have a seam route playing against a cover 3 or running against a cover 3. But if the user decides to guard this tight end, you're gonna have an in-cutting route that you can hit quick right away, all while having the slant being underneath and having this post route on the backside. And against man, this slant is gonna be tough to guard, that dig is gonna be tough to guard, and even that post route, if it's a cover 2, you're just gonna hit it before those safeties. Now you can also make a flood concept with this play, and you're gonna do the same thing that we did before to make that guy, the tight end, have a dig route. We're gonna put square on a go and triangle on a flat, and there you go. Now we have a flood concept. Now we're gonna talk about another play called the stick nod vertical. This is a great man beater. I love running this near the red zone or just near the end zone, and it's just very hard to stop these double moves. So my main read here all the time is this X route, and that's the main thing I'm just gonna show you in this video. If a user's guarding the tight end, good luck. And if the CPU is guarding the tight end, good luck, especially if you have a good tight end. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the running back on an out route, and now we're just gonna look for this tight end, aggressive catch it right there. And the great thing about that, it's not a glitch, but when a big tight end is on a corner, or a tight end or a corner is on a big tight end, whatever, you're gonna be able to you're gonna be able to aggressive catch this all freaking day without any problem. But you're gonna see, he looks like he's running an outbreaking route. He makes the corner flip his hips. The corner doesn't do a bad job here, but it's the fact that because our tight ends are bigger, we can aggressive catch that, come back to the ball for an easy gain. And that's something I run against a lot of man blitzes. Now I'm gonna show you a pass play that I love running on the goal line called double cross. Now this works against man or zone, but I'm just gonna have the defense running a cover 3 still. And your main read here will be the dig route. Now you could run this play base, or you can block the running back. You can even try to put him on a little curl, just try to occupy the middle of the field. Right now we're just gonna block the running back. And the key of those 2 drags underneath is to split up the linebackers to create an opening in the middle of the field for that dig route. So you're gonna sit in the pocket, dig route, boom, right there. You wanna come back to the ball. Now in a cover 3, you wanna be careful of that safety. That's why I had to come back to the ball. This safety is gonna sit in the back, but not many people run a cover 3 in the red zone. A lot of people I see running a cover 2 or even a man defense, but it could be cover 3. I just don't see it a lot. But when you see a safety over the top of your receiver, just like this, all you gotta do is just click onto the receiver, come back to the ball by pressing triangle, aggressive catch it, just like I did here. Easy catch, easy throw, touchdown. But I wanna go over the run plays in this formation. Look at the amount of different run plays we have. We have inside zone split, read option, and then the power O, the O1 trap. The 2 plays we're gonna go over though is the power O and the O1 trap. The first play I wanna go over is the O1 trap, and this is one of the best runs in Madden. And I'm gonna show you why. So I'm just gonna run this play base so you can watch it, then I'm gonna break it down for you. So there's a lot of different things going on, but I can make this very simple for you so you just understand what you should be reading. Now there's a couple keys to this run, but the first thing I want to show you is how the right guard and right tackle are going to completely let this defensive lineman rush freely. Now why are they doing that? Their goal is to get to the second level as soon as possible and let any rushers go. But who's gonna pick up those rushers? That's gonna be the left guard. He will be the pulling left guard, and his goal is to pick up this free rusher. Now, because he's picking up that free rusher and those two linemen, those two blockers reaching the second level, look at the amount of space we have. That's why this run is so tough to guard. Not because necessarily it's a glitch. I mean, for some reason, the blocking in this is just amazing, but it's because the amount of open space that you have to run is just immaculate. You're either gonna have to be in a one-on-one situation to make a tackle, or you're gonna get blocked, and now the running back's just running free. So hopefully that makes sense on why this play is so good. One tip I have for you here is to be patient. Let the blocks form, let them develop. Don't hold RT or R2 until you probably get to right here at the line of scrimmage. Because if you do hold R2 or RT right when you get the ball, that actually makes the block shedding a lot easier for the defense. So don't hold RT, let them develop here, read your blocks, find the open space, go score a touchdown, baby. Now we're gonna go over Power O, which is pretty similar to O1 Trap, but the main goal here is to run it more to the outside. But you'll see in this play that a lot of the times you actually have to cut back to the backside. I don't know if it'll happen here, but let's find out. I'm gonna run it base just so you can see what's happening. So there you saw I had to go to the backside, cut backside, and it worked out pretty well, and that's what happens in this play a lot actually. So what we see here, it looks like an O1 Trap. It's the same rules. The right guard and right tackle are gonna let that defender rush freely, that left guard is pulling. But you can see here that the goal is to try to get to the outside, but because for some reason the left guard gets there too late, and this happens a lot, that's why you need to break it to the outside. But I don't know if Madden designed it this way. For some reason, the backside is even a better place to go. You can see, just like the O1 Trap, there's just a huge lane. So it's something where a user can easily try to go right here to blow up the run, but all you gotta do is cut back to the backside, look at the open space. That is the plays that I got for you today. I hope you liked it. I really liked running this online, so remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. It helps me make more content for you guys. I'll see you next time.